How's it going, everyone? Maximilian here, and as most of us know, the new maps were finally released for the first content drop of Modern Warfare 3. The first one's Liberation, and the second one is Piazza, and we're going to talk about Piazza first in this breakdown, and I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what makes this map interesting, what it's similar to, and how to be effective in it. And the good thing about Piazza, and it's also kind of curious, it's very similar to another map that's already in Modern Warfare 3. Now, if I was to give this map a comparison as I get blasted by a guy sitting around a corner, is another map that is very corner heavy, and that's Seatown. And Seatown has a couple of areas that are kind of wide out in the open, but for the majority and the greater 75% of the map, it's got corners everywhere, and it is a gigantic cluster of turning corners and running into the opponents. And that's what this map is as well. Probably more corners in this one, I'd say, than even Seatown. If you go to this area right here where I pick up this tag, you see that overlook right there, and I just drop down? That's probably the biggest overlook in the entire map. If you want to do anything with an assault rifle or anything with a sniper rifle, you're going to have to stick around that area because certain weapons are going to dominate the hell out of Piazza. And the first gun I went with, and the gun I started using the most, as, you know, it's a very effective weapon, is the MP7 with a silencer. You're going to get stalked in this map like crazy. People are constantly going to be running and constantly looking for targets because there's so many places to hide. There's absolutely so many places in this map that you can sit in one spot and wait for people to pass by you and pretty much go undisturbed. And that's why doing a run and gun class is easily the most effective. If you want to break 20 kills in most game types, you're going to have to run and gun, because people will either not show up or camping is not going to get you barely any kills. So this map definitely promotes offensive play. One thing I've also realized is that the verticality of this map, the whole thing slants up a little bit, and the top of the map, or as long as you have the higher ground, is very advantageous. It's kind of crazy how so many situations you realize that you're spawning on the lower side and you need to get to the top ground really fast. What you're seeing right here is a Reaper, and kill streaks can actually be pretty effective on this map. For the most part, a lot of the buildings drop or stop kill streaks to a certain degree, but what I've found is that running other kill streaks that you don't have to man ends up being a lot better. Certain kill streaks like the attack helicopter or even the Pavlo on this map are very good. They patrol the map quickly and they allow you to get back into the action because you can get segregated from the action really quick on Piazza. It seems like everything's happening around you all of a sudden and then you have to go find the action and then there's nothing else happening around you. In this area right here where these bikes are, there's a lot of action almost all the time, but it really depends on who is holding the map and what points are being controlled. But down here, stick with those long-range weapons. You're not going to do very well from the middle. Hopefully a little bit of this information has been useful. I kind of like Piazza. I like it a little bit more than Liberation, but I think Liberation I need to play a little bit more to understand how it fully works. But once again, this is a very corner-heavy map. Just try sticking to shotguns or SMGs, as you're going to run into a ton of close-quarter fights around the corner. As always, thank you guys very much for watching the video, and stay tuned for the upcoming Liberation breakdown. This has been Maximilian, and I'll see you next time.